Okay, so over the last few weeks I've been having to retrain my gunning. So in this little video series I'm just going to sort of demonstrate the various steps I took in doing that. Now the simplest way to gun is to just sort of look for a board that's got a nice sort of loop. So you see here I'm looping around these top two cannons, but I'm also including the barrel, because if you watch when it fires a piece either to the right or to the left, those pieces got included in the loop. Now you got to make sure that you keep refreshing these arrows. As you can see, that's a nice simple way to gun. Again, just look around, take your time, try and identify where that loop is. And this is a bit tricky to spot, but you can loop it like this. And then as soon as I've identified the loop, you just sort of put in a few guiding arrows, bring pieces in. And there you go, it's just a question of alternating that arrow and waiting for the pieces to come along. Yeah, now let's look for this loop so I can do it along this top part here. I'm in no rush, I just I look for that loop and I take my time, I make sure all my pieces are in it, and then I go for it. What the reason that I use this very simple loop is that when I was first doing this, my reactions were next to non-existent. So I found that just placing these small number of arrows like this was very, very difficult, and I didn't have much control over the sort of the WASD keys either, so I couldn't alternate my arrows very well. So what this technique allowed me to do was just build up those basic reactions without having to worry about anything else. Again, just no rush, just look around the board, try and identify that loop. All I'm trying to do here is you build up your very fundamentals. Then once you've got that, you can start moving on to other techniques that you can start to get a bit of speed out of. And my gunning actually just went back up to Grandmaster then, so it may be a simple technique, but if you do it well, then you can still get to your Grandmaster legendary level maybe if you use this. I'd say more like renowned Grandmaster if you really sort of train your reactions. That's what it is all about at the end of the day. It's how fast can you react. I mean, can you change these arrows without even thinking about it? It took me a good 2 or 3 weeks to build that set of reactions just to get to the point where I am now, and this is nowhere near where I normally am. Notice very importantly as well that I'm only ever concentrating on one cannon at a time. Don't try and overcomplicate anything. And that's it. That's my first sort of stage to learning to gun.